If you ever have any question about your faith, it's like, if it's not about love, then you're missing the boat, you know? If it's not about, because that's what God's all about.
Every day is a gift.
Every day I experience God's generosity. I mean, God's generosity is everywhere.
I think giving is an expression of gratitude, that nobody gives except those who are grateful and realize how much that they have received. And you can't fake gratitude. You either are grateful or you aren't. And so our giving always flows out of that response.
God has blessed me with a lot of people that I look up to as my mentors, as very influential people in my life. I am very honored to know a lot of the people that attend our church, and every time I speak to someone, I learn of something new and amazing that they've done that I've never heard of before. They are great role models for me, and I thank God every day for blessing me with those people in my life. When I think of the word giving, it's probably not so much necessarily a physical thing. I think a lot more of giving your time and giving your energy towards something that you care about.
Well, Hidenwood is involved in a huge amount of activities.
We are making ham and cheese sandwiches for the food bank, for the Kids Cafe program in Newport News. They will have an activity period, they will have help with their homework, and a meal at the end of the day.
Volunteers come in at 10 o'clock and we usually make about 120 sandwiches. Sometimes it's peanut butter and jelly, and sometimes it's meat and cheese. They're picked up by a gentleman named John from the Salvation Army, and he goes downtown and distributes the sandwiches.
Meals that we bring out there tonight, a lot of them won't even get meals, you know. Well, to be honest with you, it does make me feel good because I feel that I'm making a difference. You know what I mean?
There's all sorts of ways that this church is reaching out to the community and providing God's light in this world.
Both locally and nationally, we do a huge amount of outreach.
There was a point last year when I really saw the impact of the Hidenwood tutoring program. Ramisha is one of our wonderful students, but doesn't really have a whole lot of support. It really made a world of difference for Ramisha. Her work in class improved. She brought back homework.
We're not a big advertiser of things that we do. I think it's mostly our congregation interacting with people in the community, and maybe we need to do more to talk about that. But a lot of times I believe that the grassroots things that you do, where it's person to person, is really the more meaningful thing for people in the community.
People know about our preschool and recommend it to newcomers when they come to town, and that's how a lot of people find our church. This place is used by more organizations in this community than probably any other church I know. I mean, we've had basketball in our fellowship hall run by the same gentleman for 40 years. We really are a community center, and I love that we have that open door policy, that we have Alcoholics Anonymous here 3 times a week. We have Overeaters Anonymous here. Kids Cafe, providing food for children that don't bring lunches. Our kitchen is magnificent, and we use it to feed this community. The mission projects that we do, both locally and down as far away as Texas. We've had a scouting program here for many, many years.
We participate in Habitat for Humanity.
Today we're helping the Habitat crew put up rafters. It's one of 2 at this location, and we're working on both of them today. The Lutheran home we're working on right now. The Presbyterian home is over there. We hit nails in over here, but we don't hit them all the way.
There are deliberate defects in this home so that ours will be better than theirs.
and when we can, we use cardboard instead of plywood.
It's going good. I've got sweat dripping down places I didn't even know could sweat. It's been a great morning, though. Really good morning.
I'd say the best part's being out here with other folks from the church and trying to help somebody, trying to make sure they have a roof over their head.
Hopefully accomplishing something, helping someone else who's not as fortunate as I am.
We were able to have this new piano, this 7-foot grand piano, because we earned a grant because of all the education that we do in the community. Deborah Carr and all the music, all the talent that comes out, you know.
It's a gift to be simple, it's a gift to be free, it's a gift to come down where we are to be.
I'll say this is the day the Lord has made, and you'll respond by waving your palm branches and saying, we will rejoice and be glad in it. Ready?
If you live and work in the church, you get to know a lot of generous people, and their generosity, I think, is contagious. When I'm around generous people, I want to be generous. I want to be like them because they're the richest people I know.
By donating to Hidenwood, you're donating to Christianity as a whole. You're donating to people's lives. You're giving a lot more than just your time or money. You're giving love, and you're giving God, and you're giving Christ.
We really feel that we want to connect with our community and provide, you know, show our Christian faith and help people in the community. And that community is local, but it's also regional and national. So we certainly need money to be able to do all those things.
Once a person realizes that they've been blessed, they are more likely to give. I think people that won't give are afraid that blessings are limited, that you only have so much, that the resources we have are finite, and if I give it all away, well, then I won't have enough. But when you realize that we're living with a God that blesses us beyond our understanding, beyond our measure, then we can be grateful. We can be generous with what we have, and not have that feeling that it's all gone if it's not in my pocket.
That's the irony to me, is that you think that you're making a sacrifice when you're giving, but in reality, you're getting back so much more.
Those that have learned to give away to others are probably the happiest and the most blessed people that I know, and I just want to be like them.
I'm talking about the happy days. Come on and talk about the happy days.